Hi, everybody. Lydia Martin here, founder of Banish Business Clutter. I wanted to take some time to talk about some of the things that keep people stuck from creating a digital course. Some people call them an online course, a digital course. It's basically something you're creating in the online learning space that allows you to make an impact really all over the world, because one of the amazing things about digital courses is you can create them once, launch them again and again, or even make them available on evergreen, meaning they're available all the time to purchase and jump into, and people can learn from you, and it gives you the freedom and flexibility I know many of you would love to have in your life. I've been getting so many questions from people who say, well, I'm not really sure which platform I want to use, but even prior to that, I'm really still not sure what course to create. Let's talk a bit about some strategies to making those decisions to build your course, because I feel like if you can visualize your course before you build it, things are going to go a lot faster and a lot smoother. So that caused me to create a little resource for all of you that I'm going to share in a minute. And I'm actually going to spend some time talking first about how to brainstorm your course idea with AI and ChatGPT. Now, many of you are probably using ChatGPT. If not, you're going to want to use it after today's little training. But I've been wanting to get this training out there, not because I'm an AI expert. I honestly don't necessarily have the desire to learn all things AI. However, my Clifton Strengths Finder is strategic. And if any of you have taken the Clifton Strengths Finder, the strategic leadership strength is somebody who can see the big picture of something and break it down into manageable steps to get to a goal. So anytime a tool like ChatGPT comes out, my strategic brain, who also loves tech, loves to take something that seems a little confusing or overwhelming and make it simple for my clients, students, and members. So that's where I want to start today. I really want to just bring home something about ChatGPT that I think is going to help all of you. I'm going to share a free resource that's going to show you exactly how you can use this tool to get clarity on your digital course. How many of you remember when Facebook Live came out? This was early 2016, right? Facebook Live came out and there were all these questions about what it was going to be like. And it was one of those tools I instantly saw the value of what it could be for business owners in the future. In fact, early 2016, I was speaking at a live retreat, and I said, how many of you have heard of Facebook Live? And a few people in the room had. And I said, I predict that Facebook Live is going to transform the way we communicate and build our businesses. And hasn't it made such an impact, right? Well, I feel the same way about ChatGPT today. I saw the vision of it early on. I've been using AI actually for much longer than ChatGPT has been around. But when it came out, I finally went, oh my goodness, what an amazing brainstorming buddy for all of the people that I know I work with who struggle with the blank page, struggle with the starting point. Because I'm going to share a few little things with you today, some visuals, because I feel like that's so powerful. But when you're thinking about creating this digital course, if you've taken a digital course, you're like, okay, so a digital course probably has a welcome module with some getting started steps. It has maybe 2 modules, 4 modules, 8 modules, depending on the course. And inside those modules are individual lessons, right? Well, what will those lesson topics be? And what type of content could I put in those lessons? And then how am I going to end the course? Will there be a resource library or a next steps? And so I think this visual is so important before we even jump into the platform you're going to use to build your digital course, because if you can't visualize this, it makes building your course in whatever platform you use a lot more difficult. So I built this little visual in a tool called MindNode. So if you go to mindnode.com, this is available on Macs and Apple products only. So if you have an iPhone, iPad, or a Mac, you're going to be able to download this free app. I'm going to show you how it works here on my Mac. It is actually an amazing mind mapping tool. How many of you are using mind mapping in your business? Meaning it's helping you kind of brain dump all of the projects and the things that you're wanting to create and see them visually. This is what it looks like. This is the digital course I kind of mapped out. And what you can do with this is you can create the same thing, but start putting titles of modules and titles of lessons. And I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to build this out in a matter of minutes. It's going to blow your mind. But let me at least show you how MindNode works. It starts like this when you first open it up. So you could come in here and put the name of your digital course. So I'm just going to say digital course, whatever the name is. And then you basically use these little plus signs to create what is going to be included in that course. So that's how I did the welcome module. As you're adding the modules, then you're coming over here and saying lesson 1, or maybe there's lesson 2. And you see how this is building out your course. So whatever you want it to be. So I do recommend using a tool like this, or you can do this with Post-it notes. Some of you are familiar with Amy Porterfield's Post-it note party, where everything that you want to teach in a digital course, you write it out on Post-it notes and you lay it out on your wall or a whiteboard. Well, I like to build electronically. So I like doing it this way instead, and it just allows me those visuals. But I love this kind of mind map concept, and MindNode's a great thing to try if you want to map it out. But how do we come up with what should be in our course? I have put together a 10 prompt guide for all of you. I'm going to show you how to take these prompts, place them into ChatGPT, and before we're done with this training today, you're going to know exactly how to map out your next digital course. Who's excited? All right, because the thing about ChatGPT is you need to learn how to ask it the right questions. You need to give it the best information possible so it will generate the best results. If you're watching this on a replay or on our podcast, all of the links I'm mentioning will be in the show notes of this episode, so check those out. But there is a free version, or you can upgrade to ChatGPT 4 for $20 a month currently. So I started off with the free version, used that for a long time. I've recently upgraded to the $20 a month plan, only because I think it is faster, a little more reliable in the responses, but you can start off either way. So what I want to show you is how easy it is to use this prompt guide. So what I have in here is something that you're just going to copy. So I'm going to copy this first prompt, and I'm going to go over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to paste it right here where it says send a message. Now, here's the key. You need to edit anything that's in brackets. This is so simple. You're going to put your niche right here. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. I'm going to say I want to create a digital course related to, I'm just going to say cooking for kids. Okay, maybe that's your niche. My expert and passion is, and then it says list what you want to teach. So I'm going to highlight that part, and I'm just going to say teaching easy and nutritious meals for children under 10. Okay, I'm just going to say specifically what my focus is. And maybe it's something else, but do you get the idea? You're going to take your niche and what you are most excited about that you would love to teach, and you're going to plug it into that first prompt. And then it says, give me 10 ideas for a digital course related to this topic. You hit enter, and in a matter of seconds, it's going to give us 10 course ideas. So what I love about this tool is it removes, again, that stuck feeling that we have when we're looking at a blank page. This is not taking the easy way out. I've seen a lot of comments on social where it's like AI is taking away our brains and taking away the hard work. I hate to tell you this, but just because you're using ChatGPT doesn't mean that there isn't hard work ahead. Okay, your digital course doesn't come to life from text. It comes to life from what you bring to the course, your expertise, your bent to something, the way you uniquely teach something. However, most of us, even if we are the top expert in our field, in what we teach, does not mean we are an expert copywriter, right? It does not mean that we are an expert communicator. It's a shame when we have something so valuable to share, but we're not getting out into the world simply because we don't have enough ideas of how to take the messaging and share it into the world. That is the power of this tool. Okay, I want everybody to embrace it as something that is your assist, your brainstorming buddy. Okay, so look at this. In 2 seconds here, it says, absolutely, teaching kids about the nutrition and joys of cooking. Here are 10 course ideas from you. Look at this. Little chefs, breakfast buddies, sneaky nutrition with hidden vegetables, an international kids cuisine, world tour. Like, this is going to help you go, oh my gosh, that's such a good idea. I could do this. And then it's like, oh, I like part of number 7, but I like part of number 9 too. Maybe I could combine that into a digital course. All of this is such an important part of creating a course before you build the first thing. All right, we need to know where we're going. And that's why I wanted to take time to talk about brainstorming with AI and ChatGPT. Now, let's say you have done this first prompt. We're only on the first prompt. And how many of you are already having a celestial angels moment? That's what we call when you do something and angels are singing, ha, because it's so profound and the light bulb goes off that, oh my word, this is going to save me so much time. This is going to help me get out of indecision and start taking action. So you might look at this and say, oh my word, this is exactly what I want to teach on. I love number 7. And then number 7 is the prompt you're going to use from this point forward. And the key to ChatGPT is the way they save what you're searching. So I'm not going to start a new chat. I'm going to continue this thread because it learns as you add information. All right, so let's go ahead and go to prompt number 2. Now it says, the options that are closest to the topic I want to teach are. So this is your opportunity. Again, you copy prompt 2, you put it in the message, but now you're going to tell ChatGPT which of the items above are closest to what you want to teach. So if food science is not even close, you're not going to say number 10. All right. Maybe number 9 was great. Meal prep for minis. Maybe you definitely want to do this healthy bites. Love that one. And sneaky nutrition. So let's say the options that are closest to the topics I want to teach are number 4, number 6, and number 9. And then the prompt says, give me 10 additional ideas that are focused on something similar. Is everybody seeing what we're doing here? We're training ChatGPT to have more understanding of what it is we're wanting to create in our course. And just by saying this one was right on target, this one was right on target, it's now going to ignore the other things and focus a little bit more on those topics. Okay, is everybody seeing how this works? You can keep doing this and keep niching down and keep hitting the nail on the head per se by entering that same prompt as often as you need to get to the exact thing that you want. So you're going to keep doing this. So notice how now it's brought in freezer friendly meals. It's brought in wholesome lunchbox. Well, which of this is very similar to the course you want to create? You can keep saying, I like number this and this. Give me more ideas related to that. Okay, does everybody understand? We're only on 2 prompts and we're already learning so much. So it says, keep doing this until you have your digital course idea. Then in the same thread, we're now going to give it more specifics of the digital course outline we want to create. So I'm going to highlight prompt number 3, and I'm going to plug that in right here. And the only thing that I need to change is it says, I'm interested in creating a course on. Well, you're going to look at some of the options that you have up here, and is there something that's really resonating with what works most for you? Okay, so I'm going to say, let's go back up to the initial option, and I'm going to say DIY snacks is a good one, sneaky nutrition. Let's actually focus on this one. Okay, so I'm going to say I want to create a course on, I'm just going to say healthy bites for little hands. I'm not even going to do the whole title, but let's just say I want to help parents create healthier things for their little ones. All right. Notice how my prompt says, give me a sample course outline, including the following. And you can edit this to be what you want. If you want the course to just be 4 lessons, it's not even multiple modules. It's like, I just want a welcome and 4 lessons. You let ChatGPT know. Okay. Maybe you're creating a signature course and you want 8 modules, each with so many lessons. You pick whatever you would like this digital course to look like. But I've included prompts that I think are a great starting place. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit submit, and let's see what it comes up with. What it's doing now is it's helping me think of what I want to put into my digital course outline. So that little mind map I showed you earlier, instead of it just saying module 1 and then lessons 1, 2, and 3, it's now giving me module 1. Here's an option. Why don't you do morning boosters, kickstarting the day? What will the lessons be? Well, we're going to teach them how to make breakfast energy balls. We're going to teach them mini yogurt parfaits. We're going to teach them smoothie fun. Is everybody seeing the magic? This is going to be great. Even if you already have a digital course in your mind that you've been working through, plug in what you've been brainstorming and see if ChatGPT can't liven it up a bit or add a lesson you didn't even consider. Notice how this is now giving me snacks throughout the day. So here's a module 2, energizing the day. Here's module 3, handy meals that fill little tummies. And it's amazing because it doesn't matter what niche you're in, what topic you're thinking, this is going to help you brainstorm what you could include in your course. This is going to remove any of the doubts and wonder of, I don't know what to put in it, and I don't know how to title it, and I don't know how I would explain it. And so you're adding your magic to the course, but this is the starting point. So you're going to take all of these ideas and you can plug them now into your digital course mind map, and you're going to start seeing it come to life. And you might have 3 lesson ideas from ChatGPT that prompt you to go, oh, I could do lesson 4 on this. I could do lesson 5 on that. Let's include this. And so that's the whole point. All right. Now, notice how prompt number 4 says, use this prompt if your first answer needs improvement. Sometimes ChatGPT is spot on. Other times you have to ask it to try again. And you can absolutely just say, try again, or give me another example. But what I have on here is rewrite the outline this time focused on solving this specific problem. You tell them the problem for this specific audience. So if your niche is related to a certain age group, a certain gender, a certain style of cooking, a certain type of parent, you want to put that information in here, and ChatGPT will now kick out something more refined for you. Now, the great news, because I know many of you are thinking, awesome, I've got this outline, but how do I create the things that would actually sell this course? Well, there's a lot of parts, pieces to the puzzle, but what I love about ChatGPT is it's going to help you brainstorm that content as well. So I included for you, if you keep scrolling down, 6 more prompts that are going to now give you ideas of content you can create and share that will lead people to your digital course. So before we start building this thing somewhere, like let's really hone in on the messaging, the copy, the pain points you're solving. Because if you understand this well, your audience will understand it well. And that's what I love about the next few prompts. So look at this. Many of you, I'm sure, know what a lead magnet is. It's something you share for free in order for someone to join your list so that you can communicate with them. You're going to share value with them, share offers with them. This is a lead magnet. What I just shared with you earlier, my course prompts for ChatGPT. In order to get this for free, you simply put in your email and you get instant access to my prompt list. I'm also sharing a bonus of 100 course ideas in 10 different niches. So you can grab that here. But this is an example of a lead magnet. Well, what lead magnet could you create for the course you're doing? And so I'm going to grab that prompt and I'm going to put it same spot right here underneath all the things we've been talking about so that ChatGPT knows I'm talking about this course specifically for cooking with kids. So I say, what is the most ideal lead magnet that I could share for free? Give me 10 ideas and a variety of options. I hope these prompts are helping everyone because honestly, I think of all the time I have sat and tried to come up with ideas on my own. Sure, I love being creative, but most of the ideas I come up with that are the most amazing were sparked by an idea I saw or heard from someone else. So I see something and I'm like, oh, I could do that in my business and I'm going to give my spin to it. That's what I think of with ChatGPT. I want it to prompt the ideas and then I'm going to put my spin on it. So look at all of these options that you could share. You could create a little ebook, Little Hands Nutrition Guide. You could do a quiz. What type of little chef is your child? You could do a printable kitchen safety checklist for kids. I mean, aren't these amazing? These are amazing ideas, many of which would not take any time at all to create. And if you started sharing these, it would naturally generate interest from people who are most likely to buy your course. Okay, this is a big step of the digital course process. So look at that. We just came up with a lead magnet. So let's do the next prompt. What would I include on the landing page of this lead magnet? In other words, how am I going to get people to even want to put in their email address? Like, what should I say on that page? I'm going to go here to my ChatGPT and it's saying to me, okay, you're going to need a hook. A hook is like that compelling sentence at the top that grabs people's attention. This is all valuable information for anyone selling a digital course. You have to have a hook. So this is their hook idea. Unlock the secrets to joyful, nutritious cooking with kids. How many of you think that is an amazing hook, right? I love it. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And I'm like, oh, I want to do that. That is the idea. Your audience should feel that when they read your hook. Well, what's a subheadline? Discover easy and fun ways to make nutritious meals and snacks that even picky eaters will love. That is an amazing subtitle. Okay, so you get the idea. You're starting to understand not just what to put in your course, but what you would share to build your email list, build your social following, so people start seeing you as the kids cooking guru, as the kids cooking expert, right? You're building your authority and your audience at the same time. Now, all of this should be read with scrutiny and edited to make sure it's reflecting your voice, your brand, your messaging, but it is the most ultimate getting started step. Okay, let's keep going. Once someone has opted into this free resource, what's an email I could send out inviting them to purchase my course? So they're getting something free from you. They just got the free guide or the free recipe book, whatever your lead magnet was, but we're trying to lead them back to the course that we're selling. So do you see how ChatGPT even gives you ideas of how to promote your course through a lead magnet funnel? Okay, so look at this. It's going to give you email copy. All of these things are part of getting the awareness out there. All right, of building that know, like, and trust. And you want to be as specific as possible based on what is important to you, what you're going to be sharing in your course. But look at this, it's giving you an outline right here in an email. For those of you who are thinking, I haven't launched a course because I don't know how to sell it. I don't know what I would say about it. All of these things. Before we even talk about Kajabi or building a website or a course platform, if you don't know what you're going to say or share, the tech is going to feel a lot harder. Okay? Because you don't know where you're going. This is giving you a place to go. We know the copy we want to use. We know what we're passionate and excited to share. And now we're going to take all of that brainstorming time that we've spent and we're going to now plug it into our platform. All right. So I'll just show you. I'm not going to put them into ChatGPT, but the last 3 prompts. Social posts. Some of you don't know how to get it to kick out a really good social post. I love prompt number 8. It is really worked so well for us and across multiple platforms. You can be very specific and say, create a long form social post for LinkedIn, for Instagram. You'll see in my prompts, I say, give me real ideas, which also work for TikTok. My point is, I love when it does this because it gives emojis, hashtags. It will give you all types of things that you can share on social that's drawing people to the call to actions that you're sharing. All right. So I cannot wait for you all to dig into this amazing resource. I have additional resources for you in the guide and 100 course ideas as well. So be sure to get that by going to banishbusinessclutter.com/AI. I hope that this has made a huge difference in that feeling of I don't know where to start. All of you now should be able to visualize the course that you're going to create. If you're using MindNode, now you can go into a tool like this and start mapping out what it's going to look like. Take some of those lessons and modules and titles and start mapping it out like this. Because if you do this step, loading this information into your course platform like Kajabi is going to be 10 times easier.